All right, Styles.
Wow.
Peace, this is Just Blaze, and I'm teaming up with the queen of kicks, Katty Customs, and we're making one-off shoes for colossal names in our culture. Today, we're featuring The Ghost, a rapper whose pen game is revered far and wide. Whether he's dropping solo projects, collaborating with other rap icons, or crushing verses with the Locks. He's a Yonkers representative, a juice bar mogul, and the man behind the Smokers Olympics. Can Katty and I make a pair of shoes that will impress this gangster and gentleman? Will our kicks match his one-of-a-kind energy? Let's find out. Welcome to Fresh Pair. My brother, Styles P.
What up, brother? What's up, brother? I'm chilling, man. Good to see you. This is Katty.
What's up, Katty? What's up, Queen?
How you doing?
How you feeling, sis?
Not good.
How's your day?
Good.
Well, hold up. Shoe check. What you got on?
Yeah, because them is fly.
I got Saucony, 6000s, pink salmon.
Yeah, them hot.
Them
hot.
hot.
What you got on?
We all kind of matching today a little bit.
It's,
you know what I'm saying? I got
it's springy. It's springy.
the Brotherhood Jordan 1s. These just
Those are
released.
fire,
You like
too.
these?
Those are crazy.
Ooh,
I'm not
thank
man
you.
out.
Those are crazy.
I got on the Eminem Carhartt 4s, AKA the Mortgage 4s. Get that? Can you get that, please?
Excuse me. The Morgan Force.
The Mortgage 4s.
The Morgan Force.
Go ahead, though.
We had to go extra hard, you know, once we knew that you were definitely coming through. You know, like, beyond the appreciation, it's just, you're like family. So, Katty, I'd love for you to give Styles a primer and a heads up on how you work.
Styles, man, coming up with your shoe was so fun. You know, we did so much research. I've done so much research. From your solo career to your group career, you a gangster, you a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? I see that, you like to smoke weed a lot too. That's like one of your things. You're an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? So we wanted to implement all of those facts into one shoe and making an incredible shoe for you that, that highlights pretty much a few things in your career.
I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yo.
I'm ready.
It's a lot.
And I heard about you.
You heard about
I heard about your work.
Good things?
Yeah, good things. So
Great
I'm
things?
excited.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah,
good,
It's
good,
a lot,
good, good.
but it's a lot in a great way.
It's a lot in a great way. All right, Styles.
Wow.
You like these?
Wow.
Go ahead and touch them.
I had to sit back and look first. Hold on, this is wow.
I'm loving your reaction.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy Can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Holy
See
shit.
the gangster and the gentleman
You
on the
nailed it.
song?
Y'all nailed it.
But
Y'all channeled, damn.
So we nailed it on the surface, but what we really want to do is get into the detail.
You want to get into the details,
Right.
Sure.
This is crazy.
So
Ooh.
take them in, and then we're going to get
This is
into it. Because we got so many surprises for you with this shoe. Yo, get in, yo.
Yeah, get it.
This is the best nigga ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
And that was a surprise.
What? You know, I found that right away. My energy went.
smelled it? You smelled
my
it?
energy just went. It was the feeling of it. Say
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
I'm glad you love it.
Damn.
That's dope. You can't stop looking at it, huh?
Yeah. Y'all got the purple and green in there. I see where y'all went with this. Y'all dove into me.
Huh?
But you ain't seen all of it yet,
You ain't
brother.
seen all of it yet.
Ooh-wee. This is crazy.
You need a moment.
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
take it.
loving
you know,
it. I'm loving
I sold
it.
crack because of sneakers.
Huh?
I rap because of sneakers. Those are amazing. Those are
dope.
beautiful.
That's
So,
Ooh, those are fire.
dope. Ooh.
jumping into it, the duality. You have a lot of contrasting things here that still work. First of all, you had the concept of the gangster and the gentleman. Now, this concrete here represents the street, the concrete, where you came from, right?
Ooh, the pinstripe suit.
Yeah.
Hey, but
With the gentleman, for the gentleman.
for the gentleman's side, you had the pinstripe suit crossing right along that, right? So you had that intersection of the pinstripe and the concrete. The other duality you have here is coming from the concrete, progressing, moving forward in your life to you being an entrepreneur and owning a juice bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of things that people would say normally would not match and go together.
That's crazy.
Did you ever feel like trying to balance these different avenues in your life was hard? Difficult?
I think balance in general is hard. I think when you get balanced, I think you're pretty much done with life. If
Right.
you really get, you're in monk mode
Right.
then and you're pretty much ready to leave Earth. I think you strive to be that, but I think, even the word balance, the act of balancing is the act of this. I think all people have at least two sides of them,
Right.
some more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think finding yourself and trying to grow is how you kind of learn to balance them out. I think sometimes to really find yourself, you have to have been at both extremes of
Absolutely.
both places to have that.
Absolutely.
Is there a particular situation where you felt like you had to get your gangster on?
This will sound odd, but I felt it was my transition into the juice business.
Okay.
Because the most gangster shit is survival. Not being so attached to the music business. I
Right.
think the most gangster things in life you usually have to do are things that usually apply digging deep within yourself and
Nice.
making a decision of, I have to do something that most likely most people won't understand, overstand.
Right.
It may not be comfortable for a while. It may be very uncomfortable for a while, but I'm ready for the long journey.
Right.
And I think that's kind of, for me,
Right.
me personally. And then the other one I would say during my music career was Making I'm Black.
Right.
Making I'm Black was like really gangsta. I was coming off of my first album, getting out of county jail. Gangsta and the Gentleman, at the time, Interscope didn't really know how effective I was on the streets. So I think my projection was like somewhere with like 30,000.
Right.
And with Good Times and all the mixtape work I had done, and I had a steady core fan base, I think they didn't know kind of, mixtape shit wasn't really popping like that then,
Right.
so it was kind of like
But not in the corporate space.
not in the
Right.
corporate space, so they didn't know like there was a whole
Subculture.
subculture that was there. So I was in jail, but I think at the time the album went, it sold a lot. It went over gold and something. So when I got out, which was 9-10 months later, and
Right.
getting back to it, I think they expected me to go in the studio and make another Get High. I know as a black man, it's really rough because in our culture, when you say too much hard shit, you always get looked at as like you're promoting gangster shit, you're promoting street shit, you're
Right.
promoting this, which is, I have to say, part true. But then if I don't make this song and I go outside and do this,
Right.
things, if I don't get this aggression off and I go outside and do this, what are you gonna say then? And then on the other hand, why are you holding people who make films and video games to the same standard you're holding me to? And then why we don't speak on white violence, which is a little bit
Right.
percent lower than black on black violence, but the wealth and poverty gap is not.
Yeah.
And so making music, I was like, I'm black. I know I'm black, I'm making this shit, I know what the struggle is, I gotta
Yep.
remind people, and that shit almost cost me my fucking career.
Man.
We have our phases where those movements become positive,
Yeah.
then they become passe, and then they come back. And you did it at a time when that wasn't the move.
No, it
You know,
definitely wasn't.
But I wouldn't say it was a failure.
No.
I don't think it got the support that it could have. But then
No.
again, knowing what's being pushed at that level
Right.
and what that agenda is, the agenda at that moment is not positivity
Yeah.
that we have.
I
not
think
had
people
for a
feel
long
like they
time.
can't fit in with both. Like as I feel one thing fortunate in the Sting of Ours, which I love. I know when I've passed, I could say I rhyme with Talib,
Right.
Black Thought,
Dope.
Mos Def, Common, Hove, Big, Nas, M.O.P. That like you have to feel comfortable in your range as a person
Right.
to be to know like I don't give a fuck what gangster rappers is gonna
Right.
think if I'm gonna say this shit over here.
Hello.
Because I believe in my gangster.
Exactly.
Like this is what the fuck I'm saying. Y'all don't like it, fuck all y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the same with the conscious dudes. If I feel a certain way, you don't like it, fuck all y'all too. You can't be an artist and be alive to create someone else's art.
Exactly.
You can hope people like your art, love your art, fuck with it, appreciate what it's for. But when you get in that studio, if you're creating for someone else, you've lost the whole meaning of what being a creator is.
Yeah,
like you
absolutely.
from day one. Now you could keep people's thoughts in mind and what they like when you're painting the picture.
Absolutely.
As you absolutely should, and especially you have a core fan base, but you can't change who you are at the core base of who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
Like
definitely gotta
anybody,
do
like
you.
artists, fans, or anyone. So I've always felt privileged to be one of the few guys I'm accepted in any circle.
In any
when it
space,
comes to-
right. You had an iconic video in I Get High,
Yeah.
where quite literally your eyes were glowing.
Eyes were glowing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously that glow comes from absorbing light energy.
Yeah.
We wanted to touch on that we have back here. Katty, break it down.
Yeah, so your eyes was glowing in the video, so we made the Nike logo in the back glow in the dark.
Hard.
That's hard, right?
That's hard.
And you could go ahead and do one of these numbers and see.
Oh yeah, them shits really glow.
It glows, it glows. So when you wearing these
Oh,
at
that's
night,
really glowing.
yeah.
I ain't gonna be no wearing these, Katty.
Yeah, you gonna put them in the display case?
I gotta put these up.
Ah,
these are
man.
beautiful. These touch me. These
Man.
touch me. These are true art.
I love
These
it.
are true art. Maybe in a real like special occasion, like a marriage or
Right.
something real important. I may pull them out
Oh, that's dope.
with a nice suit. You know what I'm saying?
But I have a question. How do you feel about the condensation?
I love it.
You love it?
That's the part that's the part that's really hard.
Yeah.
Cause I like to double up,
Yeah.
and I like how it's a smooth transition.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like the cream, because I'm from the streets to the cream to
Yeah.
the juice. You know what I mean? Bong, like, you know what I mean? The leather
Exactly.
laces is crazy. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's just really amazing. The pinstripe is crazy.
Tying off of the
Yeah.
gentlemanly aspect of it. You know, you
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
on the stash pocket, we got the silk.
Stash pocket.
The stash is crazy.
Yeah.
And the
Got you a
stash
little
got a
wig.
gift
So-
in it.
Yeah,
Right.
a little
Stash
wig.
got a little
gift in
gift
it.
in it. I ain't, you know, Stash got a little gift in it. You know what I'm saying? Jake coming. It's legal now. She needed these when it, ooh.
You needed those a couple years back.
Yeah, word.
So-
Ooh, and the tongue is, what is this, velvet?
That's what I'm saying, it's velvet, yes.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Velvet
Thank you for asking that.
This is
Silk,
velvet?
the silk insides too.
Is this velvet and silk
Yes.
and leather?
And leather.
We got pinstripe, concrete, velvet, silk, leather, and purple, in case a lot of y'all don't know, it's color of royalty.
Ah. So that was
yeah.
the perfect color to choose.
Yeah, royalty.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
Circling back to that, to I Get High, right?
Yeah.
That's a moment in New York City history. You know, you came in the game as part of the Locks through Bad Boy. Came back home to Rough Riders. Jada drops as a solo artist. Does well, does very well. And then it's quiet for a minute. Now here you come with this record, and it takes off.
Yeah.
Like skyrockets. When you were finished, because you don't always know,
I never know.
right? So you didn't know.
Didn't know. I never know with any of them.
So who picked it?
I've never known. Swizz did that, and what's funny is because how much I smoked, he was like, "I'm gonna make you this record. I'm gonna make you this record." That's my. I mean, you see me in the studio. I don't use a pen and a pad, and I don't say that everybody out
No,
of a
that's
bragging
dope.
thing.
No, that's dope.
I can't use a pen and pad. I wish I could, because then I would be
But why
able
can't
to.
you?
I have an offbeat, onbeat, and when I was young, I would never. My flow is offbeat, onbeat, and I could never read it right off the paper.
Right, okay.
Like I would write it, but then I could never read it right. Then my thoughts would always get jumbled. And then I always had a job too. So I really never had no time to be kind of sitting writing. So I'm in school. Right after school, I'm going right to work. Right from work, it's a stock job, or right to hustling. So you can't be on the block hustling, playing on
Right.
a pen and pad. So I think it just kind of, I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it more like it was school.
Right.
Like when you had to remember an essay.
Right.
Work,
Same
and it
thing
kinda-
with me.
Yeah, like, right?
Straight up,
And just kind of
yeah.
absorb my own work, say it over and over, and feel it out, and it just works. So I smoke a lot when I'm kind of working back to back.
Right.
So you know, people who were in the studio with me tend to notice that. And, you know, Swizz was just like, I gotta make you a joint. And he kept telling me about it. And he told me it was gonna be big.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, Swizz knew it was gonna be big.
Right.
Before he made the record, though.
Just off the idea.
Just off the idea. Like, but I don't even think he made the beat. He was like, this is gonna be big.
Right.
I think
You
he
see the
saw.
vision.
I think he saw the vision.
Right.
Much more than I did, to be honest with you.
That's dope.
I didn't see it like that. I was more on just, I want to make records that fit what I'm doing.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
So you made a record that fit what you're doing. So it has the vision. But then the record drops and it takes off like wildfire.
Yeah.
Where's your head at?
I was in jail after a while.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah, so where my head was at was more on really focusing on what was making me tick as a person, which was making me angry and mad, and what would make me put myself in that situation again.
Right. So you feel like your ego and pride, or your mishandling of your ego and pride, is what put you in a situation where you ended up in jail while having this hit record.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. You know, at that time, that was more the cowboy time. Like, my attitude was already, I came from a hard life before I got here.
Right.
And, you know, it was more on of, I'm not gonna be the rapper that's gonna be getting extorted, played, talked to, or such, and I'm certainly not gonna be running around with security and police and paying them. Like, and I had a chip on my shoulder. You know, I'm a short guy. Like, so I was more like, you
Have
know.
to show you tough.
Yeah, y'all wanna get into this shit, we're gonna get into it.
Right.
And then you get a reputation for getting into it, and then it's kind of like,
Now what?
you know?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, it's kind of fuck it. And then he's kind of, that's not the mentality to have.
No, it's not.
That's a very poor mentality to have. You grow up and you become more mature and start figuring out ways to move. And once I did, I felt it more important to tell other people, so you kind of don't get caught in the trap.
Right. As you said earlier, you like taking challenges, and this was a challenge for me. You know what I'm saying? I've done something to these shoes that I've never done before.
Oh, wow.
So this is something that I'm like truly in love with as far as with my artistry and everything, and putting this shoe together, bouncing me and Just Blaze. Ideas back and forth, like we were really like going at it with this condensation. It was like, should we keep it there? Should we take it off? Should we just add it just in the bag? And I'm like, you know, I gotta do me. I gotta just let that.
You did that.
I did that, right?
You did that.
Thank you.
You did those. Sis, you did those.
Thank you. Also.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. I know you was probably wondering.
Not with the ghost!
Yeah.
Oh, that put my head over here.
I know you was wondering what.
Ooh, I got ghost patches!
Ghost patches.
Oh.
Look at that.
Look at the film.
Yeah.
I'm scared to touch him.
These represent the collaborations you had with different artists.
Fire.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Can you guess though?
Turn this one around though, watch.
Y'all playing too much.
When the weather change?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So when it's hot or cold, yep.
What?
So each one of these is patterned after a cover from one of your collab albums.
Yep.
We're curious if you can see which albums match which ghosts.
I'm too excited. I can't even think right now. I'm excited. I'm gonna be here taking pictures, putting my pat. It brought me back to being poor. When you wanted to switch your lottos. When you had
That was the idea behind this, was lottos.
You know what I'm saying? You had to switch the patches because you couldn't keep getting new sneakers.
Right, okay.
So now I'm up. And it's just, I'm not even gonna wear them, and I'm gonna be switching the patches. See how shit change?
You see how shit change.
See how shit change?
That's cool.
Now, when I make an album, after it's done, except probably for the collabs, I try to not think about the album while I'm working on another album.
I understand that. I don't
try
like to
to
listen to my
never,
songs
like,
right
I don't
after
listen,
either, yeah.
like, somebody gotta play it for me to know.
Now this, what might give you a hint is this one glows. The entire ghost glows.
Yeah.
Green.
Green Land.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's think about this one right here.
Yeah.
It's chess. It's like a chessboard. It's also This is fucked up, man. I knew damn well I wasn't gonna pass this game.
Burner.
But
Vibes.
I'm sorry, Davies.
Yeah,
no,
Davies.
this was Davies. With the sword, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wrong.
That makes
Don't
sense.
listen to
The
me.
sword.
Don't listen to
How
me.
the fuck am I supposed to figure this out? See, I don't know about if everybody knows. Justin's like the mega nerd, man. Yeah, I should have watched Star Wars last night. Got in Yoda mode, meditated, and know how deep his fucking brain was gonna go. Damn.
That's funny.
Next up, think of the colors.
You know that one.
No, I don't. No, I don't, Katty.
Quali.
7. Damn. 7. Damn, I should have knew that.
This. The colors. Think of the cover. See how it kind of like changes.
This is me half.
Yep.
Yeah. We got one.
Yep.
Got one.
That's the one.
Last but not least. I said it already, but you didn't catch it.
That's beloved.
The burner joint.
Vibes.
Yes.
Cool. Vibes.
All right.
Create a vibes cover that reflects the God.
Here, and place them on the shoe as you see fit.
Yeah.
You
Let me
know?
see this. Let
Play
me see.
with them.
I see, that's the things, they're all different, right? So you can mix them and match them.
You can mix and match
It's
them.
crazy. These are the collabs.
Yeah.
These are the collab
It's
extremes.
the collab extreme.
These the Katty Blaze. These the Katty Blaze Ghost collab extremes.
The Katty Blaze Ghost collab. Yes.
Extreme.
I love that. Extremes. So, Styles, I have a question as you putting your swooshes on your
They
shoes.
never thought about that. Somebody gonna see that.
I think I know what you're about to ask him.
You feel?
And you know why that question makes sense?
Why?
Because I wonder if the reason why he can't remember none of his album covers is because he smoked so much weed,
Smoke so
right?
much.
That's part of it.
Is that part of it?
That's
Okay.
part of it, but I always try to, as an MC, I think for me personally, what's kept me alive is paying attention to my craft and really sticking to the craft. And I think a lot of MCs listen to their last work and get caught up on it, what the fans say, how they feel about it, and then that stops them from striking again.
Right. I
Or he
feel that.
can't remember because he smoked too much.
No, it's
Do you-
both.
Do you feel like you're the best smoker in the game?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay.
Definitely.
With that being said, who is like your top 5 besides yourself smokers in the game?
Oh,
That can hang with you if y'all was in a.
all my brothers are challenged to the Smokers Olympics. I would
Okay.
say Uncle Snoop, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Wiz,
Okay.
Burn, Currency, Big Real, Be Real, Meth,
Okay.
Doc. You know, the whole gang.
Oh yeah, because
The whole gang, I respect it. I just
feel.
always feel I'm the best.
That's what's up.
And well, as you
That's
should
what's
in
up.
whatever you
That's
do.
what's up.
Yeah, I just like, even if not, you got to tell yourself that and strive for it. If I'm
Right.
not the best, I'm not the best yet.
I absolutely feel it. So with the weed that we put in this pocket for you, you gonna smoke that soon in a session?
Definitely.
Ah,
Definitely. I'm going to light that
Nice.
up when I get right up out of here.
that's what I'm talking about.
Right in there. That is, the weed's not making it to the case. These are making it the case. The weed will not make it to the case. I can tell you that right now.
As you can now see, what might have just looked like cool colors or cool materials on the shoe, every part
Yeah,
of
this is
is
dope.
part of your journey. It's part of who you are as an artist.
I got the key to
And
the
as a
city.
person.
Yeah.
Yes, you're the most observant guest we've had thus far. Everybody else you kind of got to walk through, right?
Right.
This guy,
He's feeling it. He's talking about it before we even get to
yeah, he
it.
found the stash pocket. He's like, yeah, I got the key to the city. I got the map of this. I got swooshes.
right.
I got
Sorry,
pinstripe.
I'm excited.
And that's before we said hello.
Right.
I'm excited.
Facts.
These
Facts.
are
So
fire.
let's talk about the key, right? So like going down the path that you traveled, and coming from the environment that you came from. What does it feel like 30-ish years later to be granted the ultimate show of respect that the city can give you by giving you and the Locks the key to the city?
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So it just feels like we're doing a proper thing, what we're supposed to do. And I don't really look at it as, I mean, they did give it to us, but it's the city's key as far as I'm concerned. Because if we have the idea that if we work together, we push forward and keep pushing, I think, you know, we have minds and we keep in mind in our community. And I love it because my community, they accept that balance for me. They know, you know, they know the journey, they know They know what it is, and I think they trying to get what we strive for. Because for them to give us the key, we love the mayor, we love the rest of the city, and we love most of all the people of our city, and it's kind of their city. So,
well, one of the main themes that runs throughout this series and all these shoes that we're designing and building is physically standing on your foundation. Yep. So that's the reason why we have the key and the inscription from the plaque on that, because Yonkers is where it started. Yonkers is the home base.
These are special, and I think I must say, I think what y'all did, I'm very humbled and I'm very appreciative and I'm very touched. But I think this is really great for sneaker peoples and the sneaker culture, because this is soulful art too. Yeah. In a different way, you know. I think art is in many different shapes, fashions, and forms.
Absolutely.
And you're a hell of an amazing artist. You're a hell of an amazing artist, and that y'all collab together is pretty amazing. And I think this is dope. And I think when all the rich people call y'all to do it, I want to be in on it as part of the management team. It requires very little.
Absolutely.
3%. We have to book this and market this out. I don't know who's fucking this up. I don't know who's not fucking this up, but everybody's gonna want to be in on this shit. Hey. I'm a good marketer and promoter. Just hire me for marketing and promotion.
That's dope.
These shits is fucking going off the rack. Fresh Pair, I can see it now. It's gonna be bigger than the show. It's gonna be the Fresh Pair store. It's gonna be Fresh Pair films fucking going down. This shit is lit. This shit is lit. This is crazy. Hell yeah, Fresh Pair, this is crazy.
It matches your style.
To the T, y'all nailed it. Y'all did some investigation. Y'all like sneaker feds.
Hell yeah.
They're like the sneaker fed, huh? The fuck,
trust me, she had a vision board.
I had a vision board.
She had a vision board with snapshots of you going back like 20 years, like what you wearing on this speed.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I got a question for you. These your sneakers, these is yours. Yeah. Do as you please. But if I was to make another pair, how much would you sell them for?
I wouldn't sell them. I was gonna ask you how much you gonna charge me for the other pair, so I could put this pair up, because I need the pair to rock, but I need a pair to not fuck up.
One to rock and one to stop.
Yeah, I need to, you know what I'm saying? Old school, how the old school heads do it. So you tell me, and I'm gonna pay, and that's whatever they worth, and even more.
So about 10 million.
Yeah.
10 million.
You got it.
I gotta give it up for that. You know? Now I gotta hit you with like, Cat, I need another pair of the priceless joints. The same exact way. You know, you go like that.
But no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, nah, these shits is fire. Like, you know, I'm gonna tell you too, I'm a fucking hater of custom sneakers if they're not really dope.
Right.
So that's
like, I didn't want to lie. Like, I was like, it's gonna be another shit, but your name ring bells.
Thank you.
It was your name ring bells, and it was dope, so it made me confident.
Thank you.
But these look more than custom. They look like they're factory, like you was at the fucking.
That's the goal.
And that was the
goal.
You
was at the factory. Like these is factory looking. These don't look like they stitched this part on from a whole nother night that didn't fit. This shit is right.
This
is high quality. This is some shit.
And if you do want to rock them,
you can.
You can. Like these, it's not a thing where like the paint is gonna
crack.
I'm a crack.
If it get the crease right here,
I'm
a tear.
The durability on these
I'm a tear like a baby.
A1.
These is beautiful.
Nah, you're good money.
These are beautiful. These are crazy. Nah, to a special occasion, I definitely will. I appreciate y'all. I humbly appreciate y'all. These are so fire. Ooh. Thank you, Kat.
Of course. I'm glad you like them.
Oh, man, I love them.
Yeah.
You know, just artist to artist, homie to homie, like, I gave her the mission. Did she pass?
The hell yeah.
Okay.
These are, I really love them. You know I would have said it if I didn't love them.
Right.
These are fucking awesome. Her work's incredible, dog.
Really is.
Her work is really incredible.
But it's funny, because I had the same concern that you did. You know, my thing was, you know, I don't want these looking like they were painted on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
You know, like an airbrush t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, this has gotta be like, you see these and it's like, this is something that could have been made. That was factory made.
Yeah. This shit looks fresh out the factory. This whole shit, it's amazing. Nah, seriously, it's amazing.
Well, man,
it's amazing.
Once again, as long as you're good, we're good.
I'm great.
Fresh Pair mission is accomplished.
I'm great. Fresh Pair, man. Fresh Pair for the world, man. fucking fresh pair for the world. You know what I'm saying? Fresh pair versus fucking everybody. And everybody loses. Nah, these are amazing though, seriously. These are really touching. I almost cried. Shit's had a lot of story detail in them.
Right.
And I feel
that's really the main thing. It's like I was saying, it's like you can go there, any of us can call, a lot of us, like you say, you can make that call and get something done.
Yeah, definitely.
But when you actually, like, I didn't want to like put like the name of the juice bar on the shoe, or, you know, like,
this
I
is
get
me.
high on the shoes. Like, you know, we do creative references.
Yeah, this is meaningful.
Yeah.
This is real, these is artsy as fuck, bro. Like really, I can't wear these. I just can't wear these. I gotta put these up in a case. These are going in a man cave in a special only area. Cause
Climate
it's really
control.
Yeah, all that shit. Keep these shits right. These shits are fire.
Well, I appreciate you coming down, G. I'm happy that you're happy, and as long as you're happy, everybody here is happy.
I'm really happy. Thank you, man.
Say no more.
Thank you, brother. I love you, Josh.
First, love you too, bro.
Good to see you,
rap in a
baby.
minute, man.
No doubt.
My G.